This one's gonna be about happiness, I guess. Happiness in a way and in a form that I'm just really interested in. And I'm really looking forward to this article once again. Intro. The intro. Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics fucking podcast. I'm pretty fucking pumped actually to do this episode. And this time I think I'm not gonna just stress myself out. I think maybe this one's gonna be a little bit longer, I guess, because what I see is, during the episode, I do just often stress myself out. I'm often just trying to be as fast as possible, which actually fucks the whole kind of experience of doing the episodes. For sure, I can't just sit there 5 hours long or 5 hours off of my day, because this would first of all just create a file that is just so enormously big that I couldn't upload it, which would be just, pretty unnecessary then. And, I'm just having to do other things as well besides doing the episodes. One of the things that I think, it is actually one of the things that I like most about my day, I assume. Sometimes actually not. The first episode that I've recorded today wasn't nearly as great as this one's gonna be, I guess, because I was just so kind of, first of all, stressed out. And, I just had in my mind that I do just have to do so many other things. And whatever, so it was just, the experience of making it wasn't that nice, which is really fucked up, because, it should be something that I pretty much enjoy doing, what I most often also do. I haven't eaten nearly anything today, which is just, pretty tough, to be honest. And I do guess that I'm in such a better mood than before because I've eaten something. As I've eaten, I don't know actually what it is called. It is not an apple. It is just, you could say like it's an apple, like a really kind of small apple, which is just totally not an apple, but it's another fruit. I do not know the name. But it is just somehow like, it is just way sweeter. It is like, are there nectarines? Yeah, there are nectarines. Well, it is something similar to a peach, I guess. What is it actually called in German? Well, it is something just similar to a peach, a little bit smaller, I guess, a little different taste, and just also something kind of similar to nectarines, even though as well it is something different. But yeah, nevertheless, it was nice, it was good, and I guess it just boosted my mood a little bit. But I guess it fucked my whole system already, because I'm feeling like, okay, just some pain in my tummy or just in my side. Could be because of my workout that I've just done today, actually before I was eating something. So I've actually worked out today after eating for 15 hours nothing, which is something that it was the first time I did it. It was really the first time I did it. As you might can see today, I just actually have to choose the right one. So there, you can see the thing going on here. I just have to see whether this just fucks anything. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like this. The positive thing about it is that everything is smooth. There's no kind of laggy kind of shit there, and there's not even the option of me actually talking about something that is not on the fucking screen, which could have been a little bit bad. From time to time. This picture, unfortunately, is just really stretched out, I guess. But yeah, I haven't been talking about the article that we're going through today, which is also from the James Clear website. It is just an amazing website. I think I'm just always gonna talk about it, in such a way. But it is an incredible website. It really fucking is. But this article is called "How to Be Happy: A Surprising Lesson on Happiness from an African Tribe." And why I've chosen it? Because I always found those people in just really fucking poor African tribes, they are still happy. They're still looking forward to, I don't know, just some parties they're having. They're just still having quite a happy life. At least they seem to be fucking happy, and it was amazing for me. The thing might be that we just completely think about it in a different way because we just know so much more shit than they know, or we just have way much more shit than they have. Which could also be just, could also be one of the reasons why they are actually happy, because they don't know what they are missing out on. Maybe they know, I don't know. I think it also comes up to which tribes you're talking about, because of course, there's some African tribes that have nothing, just completely nothing, just some goats and some cows and whatsoever, and just, some trading system as well, most often actually. But no internet, no telephone or something like this. So, but well, I'm just really looking forward to this article. Just really, I might be surprised by what I'm reading there, but I don't know. I really don't, But let's actually move on. Actually, you can't see anything. Yeah. So this one is actually also from the life lessons section, because it is a really great one. There are just so many great articles there. Most of them I've went through already, but yeah. So we would all love to learn how to be happy, and sometimes the solution comes from a surprising place. Let me tell you a story. Again, a story, but they're just so incredibly good. I'm trying to read it as well as I possibly fucking can. So there was an anthropologist who had been studying the habits and culture of a remote African tribe. He had been working in a village for quite some time, and the day before he was to return home, he put together a gift basket filled with delicious fruits from around the region and wrapped it in a ribbon. Yeah, actually, isn't a ribbon, and there you can also see this screen right now, which just lags the whole fucking thing. But yeah, a long narrow stripe of fabric. I thought about a ribbon, but can you just wrap it in a ribbon? Or is it just something else then? Yeah. So he placed the basket under a tree, and then he gathered up the children in the village. The man drew a line in the dirt, looked at the children and said, "When I tell you to start, run to the tree, and whoever gets there first will win the basket of the fruit." When he told them to run, they all took each other's hands and ran together to the tree. Then they sat together around the basket and enjoyed their treats as a group. The anthropologist was shocked. He asked why they would all go together when one of them could have won all the fruits for themselves. A young girl looked up at him and said, "How can one of us be happy if all the other ones are sad?" It's just a really amazing story, It really is the case. It really is the case, I think this is just, one of the reasons why it is just good to surround yourself with people that are actually also fucking happy, Surrounding yourself with people that are just by default negative, that are just really not happy all the fucking time, that are just complaining and some shit like this. What the fucking hell? Just really sounded like a bird being in my room, just flying around. I hope it's not. I do think just the people you surround yourself with are just such an incredibly big and high and whatsoever factor to how happy you actually yourself are. Because if all the people around you are just really unhappy, of course it's not going to be good for you. Of course you're not going to feel good when you're just surrounded by negativity, when you're surrounded by people just, hating each other, people, not being nice to each other, people being negative and shit like that. I guess, it won't make you happy. It just won't be a good and amazing thing. It just can't. Actually, it really somehow can't. But yeah, amazing story. A really amazing story. So, how to be happy? Ubuntu. The funny thing is, Ubuntu is actually what is it called? Fuck it. It is an OS, operating. Is it operating system or operational system? I think it's operating system, like Windows is. Ubuntu, I don't know for what it is used for, but I know that there's just some ways you can actually make a Hackintosh, I guess, which is actually kind of, you don't want to buy yourself a Mac or MacBook or some Mac OS powered device, and therefore you just somehow crack it and then put everything together, I guess, with Ubuntu. I really don't know this shit, because I just know there is something like this. I've I think, have I tried it out once? I probably have, once, or just back in the days where I had some Windows PCs, some pretty old one. But the thing is, I gotta have to just, talk about that a little bit, I guess. The thing there is, I was always dealing with what I had. I've never had the newest phone. I've never had the newest device. I've never had just the newest shit. I think the newest shit that I've ever had was the MacBook Pro 2015 that I'm just working on right now, and that I just had to buy for school. Actually, because we had to. There was no other option actually buying a MacBook. There were actually two options, but both were MacBooks. So in the end, you just had to pay at least 2K, 2.3K. So definitely a lot. It is definitely very, very expensive. So, quite half an hour later, I'm back. Sorry I was cold, and then I had to just do something else. Getting the groceries. And yeah, now I'm here. Now I'm gonna continue the episode. Unfortunately, I think I cannot delete this little part where I haven't said anything, where there's just awkward kind of silence, where I just got called, I'm sorry if I've just been talking something while I was being called, so you couldn't hear anything. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going ahead. I think I'm just going ahead and having my fun with my little episode here. So, how to be happy from Ubuntu. Years later, the well-known South African activist Desmond Tutu, I assume, would describe the little girl's thought process by using the word Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. So here's how Tutu explained the concept. We believe that a person is a person through other persons. Well, okay. So Africans have a thing called Ubuntu. We believe that a person is a person through other persons. That my humanity is bound up inextricably. It is inextricably, with yours. When I dehumanize you, I dehumanize myself. The solitary human being is a contradiction in terms. Therefore, you seek to work for the common good because your humanity comes into its own in community, in belonging. This is exactly the type of philosophy that our community embraces. A loud motorcycle. Community first. Your humanity comes into its own in community, in belonging. In our little community here, we each have our own goals and mission. Some of us are working to lose weight and get healthy, others are striving to gain muscle and feel happier. But regardless of our individual pursuits, we are always a team grinding towards greatness. We are a group of people on a quest to make the world better and not just different. We support each other. We believe that there is always room at the top. We believe in abundance, and we work hard to make life great for everyone in our community. We walk to the tree and enjoy the fruit together. Happiness comes from combining what we love to do with something that is meaningful, which is actually the truth. Like, it is actually the thing. If you're doing what you're doing and it actually makes you happy, and there's also some meaning behind it, it's completely making you happy. If you like doing it all fucking day long, and you just know, okay, there is a reason why you're doing it. There's some purpose why you're doing it, and which just completely elevates again, the whole kind of just meaning of why you're doing it. Besides the whole fact, okay, it is fun for you, you just pretty much like it and whatsoever. There's just also a goal you're facing to, or you're trying to get to. And there's also just a purpose why you're doing it. And there's also just some sense behind what you're doing, which might for me be like, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing because it is fun for me. And, I'm able to just provide fun for others. I'm able to just provide knowledge to others. I'm able to provide a good time to others. Yeah, I think every job, if thought about it in the right way, has the ability or has the kind of room for actually being something that is meaningful. I guess. It totally always comes up to who you are and what you want to do and whatsoever. But I guess, for every job there is some meaning behind this. Whether you are just, let's say, you're a cook, the meaning behind it is actually just providing the people something great to have, something great to eat, just providing them a great time at your restaurant. Could be the thing. If I actually understand the whole kind of word meaning actually itself correctly, because I don't fucking know, actually. I really don't. Let's actually have a look how long I've recorded the other one so that I know. 13 minutes. Okay, this means we have 18 minutes, 17, 16 minutes left actually. 16 minutes left for me. This is good. This is good. So happiness comes from combining what we love to do with something that is meaningful. In this community, our goal is to improve our health and happiness so that you can do what you love and contribute something that is meaningful. We believe that we are here to make the world a better place, and we think that happy and healthy people have a better chance to do that than anyone else, which is actually the truth. If you're not happy, if you're just mean all the fucking time, of course you're not gonna make the place, or you're not gonna make the earth a better place, you're gonna make it even a worse place. And if you're not happy, then you do not have the energy and just at least the ability to actually do so, because when you can't walk because you've eaten shit, your whole life long, and then you got fat and broke everything, I don't know. Well, yeah, then it is what it is, and it is just because you weren't healthy, or you are not healthy, that you cannot help as, I don't want to say as good, but as you just thought you could, because actually, I do think in a different way. Yeah, okay, if you're not healthy, you're pretty much not able to help as much as a healthy person. Just period. It is what it is. I actually thought about handicapped people, which, is it healthy? I don't know. I guess it does not have anything to do with health, actually, but more than just with, being handicapped. But yeah. So that's why we share ways to naturally lose weight and gain muscle, reduce stress and feel happier, and boost your energy and creativity. If you choose to share your journey with us and work towards your goal as a part of our team, then you will find thousands of people who support you. That is because we find value in community, and we find our humanity in belonging. And this is actually the end of this episode, and I actually have 10 minutes to go, which is a little bit bad. I'm sorry I was cold again. Sorry for the awkward silence again. I do, but I hope that the audio quality is fine. I haven't checked it because I actually didn't want to be honest. It was it is actually the third time me checking the fucking audio quality if everything is fine. Afterwards, if everything is fucked up, I'm gonna be pissed, I know that. But, I do just remember that we've already finished. By the way, check givewell.org out. Actually, always changing up the kind of languages. It is a website where you can donate to various kinds of. Actually, there are two kind of charity organizations. One of them is deworming, and the other one of them is malaria. In the end, they are quite similar. There's another one where you can directly give to people your money, which is amazing, which is really amazing. The thing is, GiveWell actually kind of sees validates which of these organizations, because there are just so many, is actually good, which one of them which one is good, and all the others are actually not as good as these are, or as they are, or them are. Never mind. Let's let it be it. There might be actually a third episode today, because it's just 3 p.m. actually. It's just pretty early. It really depends on what I'm going to do today. But we have actually 10 minutes to go, which is amazing, which is totally amazing. What I've been thinking about today, I'm actually gonna cook, I think, something with rice and chickpeas, I guess, something that is just, relatively high in protein, just actually something that I should be eating, quite high in calories, quite high in protein, quite high in fat, and the other shit, I do not give a shit about actually. It just should be high in protein, because I normally do not consume just as much protein as I should for actually just gaining something, gaining weight, gaining muscles, whatsoever. Just because, well, I eat what's on the fucking table. Well, not always. Today, for example, I haven't eaten my lunch because there was nothing that I was able to eat, or I just wanted to eat as well. Which is like, okay, I'm gonna cook something for myself in the evening, I guess. Now I'm gonna just take some lunch, I think, so that I do not starve fucking. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, or I could actually also end the episode there and just let it be a little shorter and see if it is good in that way as well. And I could also do that, which might also be the case. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see whether this has any kind of just, if this just makes something different. I don't know, but something that I've been thinking about, and I think I don't. What I've been thinking about is actually treating what I'm doing here more as my art than just, well, I am doing it. Because, doing my art and then just doing my stuff, doing my arty shit, and thinking about it in such a way is just really something different than just thinking about it in a, okay, I'm just doing it, this is what I do way. It is more like, okay, I'm taking care of it. I think I'm just in another mood. I'm just in another way of thinking, just in another realm of thinking, if you're willing to say so, even though it sounds a little stupid, but yeah, it just feels different. If I think about making something that is actually art, I guess, that is maybe even representing a bit of myself, which is actually always the case. Everything that I'm doing just somehow represents who I am, what I'm doing, and so on. It is just what it is. Whether it's the post, you can totally see it's one of mine, I guess, which should also be the case. In terms of the videos, it is me. Well, yeah, I think there's just a lot of ways you can sense that, even though it is just really like this. Well, yeah, I don't actually know what to talk about, but I do just want to talk. This is the thing that I might just also make another episode where I do just, talk about something that I've maybe seen later in the day or something, which is actually also something that they could be quite valuable, because, this is how I'm viewing the world and not how you're doing it. This could also just be nice for you. What I've seen often is just once people get established, on a platform or something, or they get trusted, they can just put out whatever, and people potentially gonna like it, because they would just like the person. It is often really not about the content. The content is often something that, everybody could be doing. For example, I don't know, just gameplays, let's take that. Everybody could just play Minecraft. Everybody could just play Call of Duty. Everybody could just play FIFA and just record themselves and then upload it. But it really comes up to the person. Theoretically, I could just do whatever I want to do. Unless, I'm such a person, I'm maybe such a likable person, so that it actually makes people watching my shit. But I really think it comes up to the personality. To the personality who is just doing the shit that is just in the video. Of course, some things are just really like, okay, you can also find it in this particular space. Let's say various kind of traveling videos that are just edited extremely nice, like Cold is doing it with a K-O-L-D. They're just really amazing. They edited just pretty fucking well. They're just really cinematic. They just, feel good. They're just well done. They really are well done. I couldn't do so. Of course, theoretically, I could just learn it and I could just, do it as well. The thing is, would it be the same? I guess in terms of such things, chances are pretty high that it could be just so similar that it is somehow the same, because there's not such a lot of personality in it. Even though, of course, I'm gonna cut my videos differently, unless I'm just really trying to kind of just do it his way. You can also do it like that, but yeah, I think there's also always gonna be a bit of your personality in what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, whether it is a painting of yours. But always, unless you're just really trying to be someone else or someone you are not, then I really think like, okay, you can always see, okay, this is from him or this is from her, if you know her or if you know him, then you can say, it's, well, yeah, and this could also then just be your kind of trademark or something like, okay, people see this kind of thing, people see this cutting style, people see this drawing style, people see this somewhat, and then they know, okay, it is a piece from you. It just reminds me where Banksy, I don't know if you know Banksy, but Banksy is just a really famous British street artist. He's actually having a lot of graffitis, so he's actually a graffiti artist, or I think they're actually murals, they are called, and he's just really fucking famous. And he once was actually sitting on the street selling his drawings, his artwork on little tiny canvases, I think for $50. For some artist that you don't know and someone that is actually not known at all, of course, this is just a lot. The thing is, I think in the end they were just so fucking pricey. If you were able to sell them, little canvas art, small, up to 12-inch. Well, yeah, of course you can find a lot of bullshit there, especially on eBay. Never mind. Banksy canvas art. I think this is just all printed. Yeah, this is all printed. Banksy selling art on street. I think they must work. Yeah, Banksy sells artwork for $60 on New York streets. They must just be so incredible. Yeah, I found an article from The Guardian. I hope that there is going to be just something. Yeah, there should be some numbers that you might be interested in. Can I please get my window? Oh no, encoding overload. Thank you very much. I'm very sorry if there was just some struggling there. Yeah, let's actually. Can I do it? Well, I can't do it in such a way. It's a little bit. Big window. Is it big window? Yeah, I could definitely do it like this. You know what? I'm doing it like this. So, Google Chrome, Banksy art. Well, yeah. Thanks a lot, I guess. I'm just really destroying all the shit that I've done here. Instead of just choosing something different here. Do like this. Is there something going on? There you can see, I don't know if you can read that, but I can read it. Banksy street stall print sold for $60, set to make small fortune at Bonhams. Artists' offer of original signed prints in Central Park, New York, should net by $120,000 or pounds actually, which is just something completely different than 100. No, this is too much. No, fuck you. No.
Ich bin Beauty-Fan und Umweltfreundin. Ich bin Großstadt und...
Thank you very fucking much. It's a lot. It's really a lot, there's nothing to deny about that or to just debate about that. But yeah, I just wanted to hear the number. I just wanted to see how much it actually is. So yeah, this is, I think, going to be actually the end of the episode. Finally, somehow. Not actually finally, because it was a lot of fun. And I really just have to think about it as having fun while I'm fucking doing them, which seems to be pretty crazy, because I'm actually, if I'm actually once able to live off of what I'm doing right here, it's just gonna be amazing. I don't have to live I don't have to live in a luxurious kind of mansion. I just want to live, I guess. And if I'm able to do so while doing this, especially because then I'm also able to do just some other stuff besides that, I'm gonna do it besides me working. Could also be the thing. I think I will never, well, I don't want to just say that and kind of promise that, or because I'm gonna get reminded. If I really just gonna just, make it, I guess, I'm gonna just be reminded on this fucking shit that I'm just talking about right here. But I guess, will I ever stop doing this? I think I might get bored of it, but I might just then do just something else. I really think so. But, it feels incredible if you just think about it as, okay, I'm doing something that is fun and has some meaning and has some purpose, and it is just, it makes sense that I'm doing it, because there is upside. There is not only because of the upside, but because I just like building things, I guess. It is actually fun just seeing, okay, now I have 380 uploads, and in 2 years I'm gonna have 2,000 fucking uploads. And let's see, okay, the stats, okay, this is well and this is not well, and figuring shit out and whatsoever, it is somehow fun. I don't know how to actually explain that, but yeah. I wish you the best health, happiness, and success, and I also hope that you're going to remind yourself on how you're going to be remembered, which means your legacy. Because you have it totally in your control. You can just, it is in your hands. Even though you can't serve everyone, not everyone's gonna like you just because. But with that being said, I see you soon. And thank you very much for listening and or watching.